Do you ever look in your backyard and wonder, should I build an ADU on my property? The question is, can you build an ADU on your property? Today on our Dear Claire series, we're going to talk about what you can and can't do when building an ADU. So, can I build an ADU on my property? There are so many things to consider. So, first off, do you want to make it attached or detached? Do you want to convert your garage, convert your basement? Do you want to just build brand new and put a whole new structure in your backyard? Do you want to convert your upstairs and close it off from the downstairs and make it into its own little unit? Do you want to make it a little shed, a tough shed, into an ADU? All of these things could be an ADU. And of course, I should back up. What is an ADU? It's technically called an accessory dwelling unit. Pretty much it's just a granny flat or anything that you might know of as another place for someone to live on your property. For Portland, there's going to be several things that you should consider. So first off, is it existing in your home? Do you have a basement? Sure. Can I convert it? Probably. Do I have an upstairs that I want to convert? Sure, maybe. I think that's possible. Or do I just want to build brand new? For any of these questions, you're going to want to go downtown to the Bureau of Developmental Services and just have a meeting. You'll sit down with a planner there and they'll look at your property on Google Maps and then they'll tell you, hey, yeah, that seems like a good idea, or here are the possible problems I see with that. And it's going to vary wildly depending on whether you're in a zone that allows for it. Well, let me back up. All zones allow for ADUs in Portland, but you might be in a historical zone, and so there are going to be limits to what you're allowed to do. You're also going to want to enlist the help of a bunch of professionals. So you might need an engineer if you're taking out walls. You're probably going to want an architect because they can help you space plan a lot better. You're definitely going to need a contractor unless you're doing everything yourself, which you very well could be, especially if it's a conversion of a basement. That might not be too difficult. But you're definitely going to want to talk to a few professionals to get several ideas to figure out what the best case scenario is. So a few other questions you should ask yourself. Of course, number one is budget. How much do I want to spend? How much do I have to spend to get what I want? A few other things to consider are the return on investment. So if I have to spend $100,000 to develop an ADU, how many years is it going to take me to recover those costs, even if I am renting the property? And how much do I rent the property for? Is it a short-term rental? Do I Airbnb it? Or do I rent it long-term and then I don't have to deal with turnover? There's so many things to consider. If you're going to have people living in the basement, you might want to know who they are. So another big question for you is, why am I doing this? Do I want it for my mom for when she retires and she needs somebody to take care of her? Or do I want it for income? Do I want it for my niece and nephew to come stay? What is the purpose of it? That's going to help guide you and help make decisions more easily based on what you've decided on that. Additionally, you're going to want to interview contractors if you're hiring a contractor. So with your budget, they're going to be able to give you a bid and tell you if it's realistic and if it's possible and what would be involved. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can come up. For instance, you know, if you're adding 2 baths, you might need a bigger water main, and that's going to be an additional cost that you probably didn't consider. Or, I don't know, there's so many things. The garage. In a lot of instances with an ADU and a garage, the foundation might not be solid enough to build on top of it, so you might have to re-pour the foundation on the garage to make it habitable. There's so many things to consider. I actually think this is fun. Additionally, you might be interested in just the design process itself. And so, yeah, why not? It's a great idea. You could probably save some costs if you do work yourself. So it's really going to depend a lot on your particular situation and what you're looking to do, what your motivations are. So yeah, there's all kinds of things you should consider when considering building an ADU in your property. It can be a fun, challenging process, but it can be super rewarding too. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Dear Claire. Thank you for tuning in to this Dear Claire episode. If you found this helpful, or if you have any additional questions, comment below and hit the thumbs up. And we'll see you next time.